Guess what time it is? Also, my fan is a little bit loud, so I'm going to turn it so hopefully it doesn't pop up in the recording. Today, we are going back to do some Dead by Daylight reviews. But instead of starting back from like list 4 or wherever it is, I'm going to start from the top and I'm going to go to the bottom. I think that is more worthwhile. Um, what the heck? Interesting. Anyway, let's hop on into that. It was weird when I logged in, it gave me this weird prompt. And it kind of confused me, but we're good now. We'll just go straight to the creation form. First up, um, creating custom icons for Cheryl. That's weird, but there you go. That looks more like live than anything, but yeah, cool. Chapter idea. Mount massive massacre. I'm actually gonna block the scene and make sure this doesn't get me demonetized. Because it's not like mountain, it's like mount, like mounting something, and then massive and massacre. That's kind of a we'll see. At the very least, there's no pictures or anything, so alright. Just making sure I don't get banned or something stupid over somebody making, like a sex joke or something. Mount Massive Massacre is updated idea for a new Dead by Daylight chapter. Well, if this was updated, you should have just updated the original post. There's no point in, reposting the same thing again when you could just update the post that was there before. You would get a lot better feedback and things like that. I'm looking through and I remember exactly what post this is. This is the Chris Walker and all of that. Post and all of that. I said I wasn't going to do it, but you did fix your post. That's what I'm reading through. Sorry if my communication hosting skills are bad. I'm just skimming through to make sure he changed what, the thing that needed to be changed. I'm not going to bring up, old dirt, but there's a reason why I skipped this post the first time. I don't even think I made it past the first like 4 sentences, and I was like, nah. But anyway, those of you that know, you know why. Those of you who don't know, okay. We're going to go through this as far as it can because it doesn't look like it's that bad. So this idea is for Chris Walker and Miles Upshur from Outlast to be in the game. Not sure what chapter they would be in, but this is just my request for the Strong Fat, a nickname given to him in the game's lore, to be in Dead by Daylight. So now he's documenting everything, so it can't be misconstrued now. That's funny. At least you learned. We're starting off with perks. Again, I really prefer powers and all of that to come first over perks. Because if you have, example, a perk that goes in, that's supposed to be, directly influenced by your killer's power, I can give a review over your particular perk and tell you if it's relevant to your killer or not, or if this is just going to be, a buff for another killer that's already in the game. Especially after everything's been hard nerfed. Because they're really trying to push more killers right now by making the game easier for killers and to try to kind of fill that void, because most people that play Dead by Daylight come from streamers and other influencers and things like that. Well, when you have a huge influencer that only plays, Survivor side and things like that, the community gets on, they play, they say, oh, Survivor's cool and all of that, because you can do all of this stuff. However, you got to keep in mind that if he's constantly shitting on killers and things like that, what you're going to have is an anti-effect. People are going to be like, man, hello, Galanonim. How's it going? It's been a while. But you're going to run into a specific niche of people that look at those videos and they're like, man, this killer's just being made a fool of by this guy and his team and all of that. Killer's going hard to play. I don't want to play killer. I don't want to be made fun of. I want to get on with my friends and have a fun time. Killer's not really that fun. And then you have other streamers that you play, majority of killer and everything like that. And it has a positive effect because you can see the fun and, the skill base it takes to be a killer. However, most of the popular killers are, the either competitive or the thousands of hours, players in the particular game. And most people don't have the actions per minute to actually keep up with the killer play, which makes it even worse and makes playing killer even more daunting, because now you have to keep up with all of these different things. And in order to pull out, a simple victory, especially in the high ranks when you get used to playing, you have to play, this hard in order to get those rapid victories and things like that, those victory streaks. And that's daunting for people because they see the survivor's perspective from a streamer that's pretty good. And they're like, oh, well, all I got to do is just do this. And then they see the killer's perspective and they're like, holy crap, that takes a lot of skill base. And you're alone. That's the main thing, is that you're alone. I would hope that Dead by Daylight would have implemented a killer where you can play with your buddy as sort of like a co-op, and if you don't have a buddy, you can have like an AI or something, like a Terminator bot AI to help you while you're playing and all of that. That would make killer a lot more appetizing, so you can sit with your buddy and talk to each other and formulate plans against survivors who generally are in Discord or something, talking to each other, things like that, and kind of more even the playing field. Killers don't need buffed, nerfed, or whatever type of perks. They don't need buffed or nerfed stats. They need actual help. Instead of making, the time from 80 seconds to 90 seconds and nerfing a whole lot of things that have been part of the game forever, again, modernize and assist your killers by adding more that they can play with. A temporary AI, for example, that you could send out, even if it's just, very small, just a perk. And you send out a Terminator bot that goes to, I don't know, the generator that's most, almost completed or something like that. It goes to an area that you select or something like that, and it does something, is more help than nerfing Borrowed Time and Dead Hard and all the other meta perks and Ruin and Pop and everything else. It's like you've really just thrown the dice and shook everything else up, and the foundation that you started off making the game on wasn't very strong. So them shaking the foundation, yes, players are still going to stay, but you could have lost all of your new player base or anything like that. It's also a gamble. You could have, gotten more people on your player base because the game's easier. But I mean, instead of redoing the game and all of that, when's the last time have you seen Dead by Daylight actually being like broadly advertised? You know, when have you seen them, getting actually involved with the gaming community? You know, you get Dead by Daylight sales, it went free on Epic for a little bit. You get a sell on that on Steam. When a huge, big pack comes out, like I think Sodico, for example, they had some ads on YouTube, but they didn't last very long. It's like there's no really huge advertisement for the game. If they were to actually take a big step in modernizing their game and then put out an ad campaign or a fundraiser or, Kickstarter, whatever the hell you want to call it, to get money and funds and all of that and just promised, new content, a new system, new things like that, the player base would throw in a lot of money because everybody's tired of holding mouse 1 or R1 or right bumper or, ZR or whatever you hold for 80 to 90 seconds. People are tired of that. They want innovation. This is what I mean by modernizing. Listen to your community, hold a press conference or hold some sort of, online thing in your community, advertise this press conference and all of that, get a lot of feedback, what people want to see. Like the Evil Dead came out. People loved that shit. It included Ash, which is in Dead by Daylight. It also included the demon and all of that, and they kind of turned a pseudo cat and mouse game, like, Dead by Daylight, except they gave you simple objectives. You pick up, a page here, there, and there. You get the dagger, you get the rest of the book, and then you go and you vanquish the demon. Well, that's what one thing that Dead by Daylight's missing is a way to combat the killer. Most horror games nowadays have it to where you can combat the killer. I heard that many players say that you can't play a survivor now because they were so used to the Dead Hard. Yep. And I mean, Dead Hard's not necessarily different. It's more programmed as what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be like a iframe type thing, because that's not David King's thing. David King's thing is being tough and being able to withstand damage. No mither. To be able to shrug things off, things like that. Dead Hard should have never been like an invulnerability dash, but it was a unique concept back then, and I'm kind of glad they did it that way. Now that Dead Hard's what it's supposed to be, just an endurance effect for a little bit to kind of shrug off a blow that you then have to go and repair later on, makes a lot more sense. The problem with that is because they updated their game and they increased, hemorrhaging for one. Because now if you run anything that has hemorrhaging in it, anybody using Dead Hard's pretty much fucked at that point. Because of that new draining of health effect. So they can just get you off the Dead Hard and just keep chasing you till you fall over. Which kinda sucks. But I mean, that's kind of the implementations of Dead Hard. You're supposed to be able to take a shot and kind of shrug it off and then keep moving and deal with the effects later on. He's supposed to be that tough guy. Dead by Daylight's also supposed to be team-based. If your teammate's hit and has used anything in his arsenal, your other teammates are supposed to help you escape and help you do everything else. Dead by Daylight, because of all the meta perks, have become an individual game. One individual person runs whatever strat perks or whatever they have, and then the rest of everybody just kind of does gens. Everybody has their own set role. depending on who the killer goes after. That's not how the game is supposed to be played. It's supposed to be a team effort, and we have come very far from team. That's why you have the YouTubers that are known, like Props, for example, who gets on and runs the killer all 5 generators while everybody else, does the gens and then they all escape. That's not how the game's supposed to be played. It's supposed to be he tries to run and his teammates have to come in and bail him out because the killer, has an overwhelmingly strong presence. And they let that happen too long that's what the game's kind of become known as. Killers get ran and ran and ran. And if they can beat the run, they get a victory. If they can't, they just get kind of dog walked all over the place until things are done. Now that they're trying to come back in after letting this sit that way for almost a decade, it's kind of like, nah, I guess it's not almost a decade, but it's close enough to where you can call it almost a decade. It came out in like 2015. It's close enough. Somewhere around 2015. At least I think it was 2015. Plus you played the alphas and betas and all of that other shit. So it's been like 7+ years, I do believe. So it's basically a decade. And that's the problem. I know you're an indie game developer, and you're not, double A or triple A or anything like that. So we're not expecting a huge, well, I mean, the community's expecting a huge amount, but they're not expecting you to be a triple A game. But they are expecting you to expand upon your game because you made it kind of an open, to play game. Unfortunately, indie games generally create a base and then they abandon the game, and whatever money they make, they make. Then later on, they'll hit you with a fat old DLC if the game does well, and then after that, they polish it kinda sorta, and then they dip. Like Hollow Knight is a very good example as an indie game. Hollow Knight came out, they gave you the base, people went through, played it, say this is nice, they did speed runs and things, community got interested. They came out with the DLC to give you, like a more concluded, ending and all of that. And then they abandoned the game. They let the money come in because it's an indie game. And then they moved on. Dead by Daylight is trying to go from like an indie game to a AA game. Instead of making the game, expanding upon it a little bit, and then stopping and creating a Dead by Daylight 2, or, another type of game within the same genre, they decided to go the, like Rocket League indie development game, and they tried to create a casual game that people can get on and play. At the time, they weren't ready to take on such a task, so the game fell behind in times. Hell, it's still behind in times. And they kept building and building and building and building. But as they were building, they were only adding, new killers and trying to formulate a power that kind of balanced into their game. Try to give you new angles to kill people with. As with survivors, they're trying to give you new survivors to, kill people with and things like that. Except for survivors have the customization and the perks to use everything basically interchangeably. And that's what the survivors are missing, is kind of like a main power for each survivor. Killers are missing exactly what the survivors have. The survivors, you can be any survivor you want and run any perks that you want. Killers are missing that individuality. Yes, there are perks and things like that that you can run. No, not perks, powers. There are perks and things like that that you can run on every killer, but the power is indicative to just that one killer. What if I wanted a pig who is small to carry the Oni's weapon and have the Oni's power, for example? You can't do that, obviously, because they have contractual killers and things like that. It's never going to be a mix and match system. But that's kind of what you're missing on both sides. Survivors have a lot of individuality. Killers have some, but not a lot. I can play whatever survivor I think looks nice or fits the bill of what I'm trying to do, maybe a smaller survivor, and I can use any perk in the game. All survivors are basically just reskinned. The only thing difference is the cosmetics things, and then their height. So, I mean, I can use whatever my favorite survivor is with, if I like, Naya's cosmetics, I run Naya with her cosmetics. And I'm not changing what I'm playing as. Essentially, you can release a survivor that can use any cosmetic and be customized to, any size that any other survivor is, etc., etc. And you would just have the ultimate, just laid out survivor. You make a male version and a female version. Make it to where, you can customize, whatever. Done. You no longer have to introduce any new survivors. Unless you specifically want to, like Leon, for example. If you want Leon, you can introduce him as his own, character model. But there's no need to make, David Kings and Megs and Nayas and, all of them that don't really have any type of bearing. It gets rid of all of that for the future, just giving you your own creation. And if you allow people to customize themselves and things like that, they can literally add themselves into the game and get higher immersion. Most games nowadays have some sort of character selection. I mean, Dead by Daylight has it too. Well, not character selection, character creation. Dead by Daylight has it too, but you have to pay for all the cosmetics and things like that. If they made basic items and things that you get free and then made you pay for cosmetics to put on your own character creation, so you could run, or make yourself, add yourself into the game, pay for, hair and shit like that, get a costume that you like off of another survivor, like Leon's clothes, and put them on yourself, and throw yourself into the game. That's higher immersion. Killers, unfortunately, again, are more contractual. So I understand why you can't give the powers to other killers, but you need to find some way to individualize particular killers. Even if it's just the base game killers and killers that behave your, design. If I could create my own killer and image it after myself or an ex-girlfriend or some other bullshit, give it, generic, created by behavior perk set, generic powers and things like that. Like I could make myself as the pig, for example. And if I could do that and then make, use whatever perks and all of that, buy whatever I need to buy, then I can do that. Or I can make myself as like a ninja and give myself a chainsaw for the lulz, or a ninja and make myself like Ghostface. Character creation is very ideal for some people. Obviously, there's going to be the people that get on and just pick the presets, your Leons, your Ashes, and things like that, and they're going to skip it. However, the community's going to be thankful, especially new people that know, like, oh, well, this is a game of killer and all that. You can put, whoever you want into the particular situation. Yourself, your brother, cousin, mother, ex-girlfriend, wife, whatever. All of you can make yourselves and you can roleplay this killer situation. 4-man team of actually all 4 of you running around and doing things. On top of that, It needs a type of custom scenario. Unfortunately, this is one of the best example I can give, but Friday the 13th, for example, is kind of an open map. I mean, it's limited in its edges and all of that, but it's more of an open style of map that you can run around, do whatever you want. There's log cabins and shit like that. There's roads, there's woods, there's a graveyard, there's Jason's shack, things like that. So it's an open world, but you're still confined into, a pseudo small area. It's actually kind of big, but pseudo small area. There's the spaceship map and all of that that's in the beta. There's different variants of the maps. There's snow versions, things like that. That's kind of sort of what Dead by Daylight's missing. I understand why they don't make big maps because, well, everything is still to this day client side loaded and things like that, and they don't want to put up, dedicated servers or anything like that, or have server hosting where people can host their own lobbies and shit, because that would be a lot better. It's just have player hosting servers using their own CPUs and that, because you already do that shit. Then you can let players basically do whatever the hell they want. Have official dedicated servers that are run by Easy Anti-Cheat, and then have the modded servers where they can go in and do whatever the fuck they want, like any other game, modernized. Actually have, maps that you run through and can do other things besides repair generators for. Maybe you have to repair a generator to get power to a specific area to complete a specific objective. And then you've expanded the game from being just an 8 to 10 minute, gen rush without getting your cheeks clapped to a multi-objective game that's kind of bigger and designed with different objectives. That's why I like Friday the 13th. It's simple. You can repair one of the two cars as a two-seater car, a four-seater car, and a boat. You can wait out the time limit, and when that way, you can call the cops and escape, or you can call Tommy Jarvis, go to his mom's shack, find the sweater, and then you can kill the killer. You have a way to fight back or do other things besides the main objective. You can do whatever you want to do. In that case, you try and escape. Killing survivors and doing all of that obviously is going to have to be adjusted, but I would like to see behavior go out of their particular shell and try to incorporate something different than just another gen repair map. Because unfortunately, the maps are looking better. However, the maps are getting smaller. And the maps are starting to get uneventful. And unfortunately, the smaller and less work, well, I guess more work's going into it, but less products coming out. You're getting higher quality, but less quantity. And they still haven't went back to their old maps and released, remastered versions of them, etc., etc. Hopefully that's something that's going to be coming out, but, another map at the bare minimum before the end of the year. Remastered on top of whatever they decide they're going to release. Plus, they have events because Halloween and everything else is coming up, Thanksgiving, etc., etc. So it's going to be starting to come the busy time of the year for them because they like to go with every holiday around that time. So it's like Dead by Daylight could really use somebody with fresh eyes and fresh perspective from the outside to come in and just straight up lay it down in front of them and be like, look, guys, we are in 2022. This shit's not acceptable. This shit's not acceptable. This shit's not acceptable. These right here are the top 15 games, you know, out right now. That's within our strike zone. All of them have one thing in common. This. While they're doing this, that, and another, and they have 1.5 million people playing, you know, daily on their shit, we don't even have this implemented or this implemented, you know. They come in and say your servers, shit, your matchmaking times are shit. Why not try to keep everything under lock and key for an indie game? Let the community assist you. Let the community be creative. Let the community give you the feedback and start listening to them more. Do things differently. Go out on a limb and, you know, do something else. And if you don't want to mess with your baby, Dead by Daylight, make another game. You ain't gotta make a full, complete game. Take the Dead by Daylight engine, drop that shit, all the files and shit, drop that shit into another, like, side fucking server, like the PTB. Make a mode for it, put it through PTB or something else, even another server for extra modes if you want to, and let people play the shit and give you feedback. And whatever good feedback you get from that might be able to include into the main game. And I'm not even saying the extra modes and all of that. If you try to make like a Dead by Daylight Battle Royale, which would be dumb as fuck, but people are more happy with more people being in lobbies and all of that, you know, having multiple killers and things like that, then maybe have an extra mode in the regular game where there's 2 killers and like 6 survivors or something like that, you know? Or the dual player type thing that I'm talking about with the Terminator bot, where you can just summon something, or you know, the extra help or the extra killer presence. Things like that, you know, you'd have a line to pull on that you can adapt to create something, you know, good or amazing out of. But just kind of pushing the basket along as they do, throwing shit off of the shelves as they walk by that they see is interesting, isn't acceptable anymore. At this rate, it's kind of just like, let Dead by Daylight die and create another game. Is money the issue? Make a quick starter. As long as you fulfill your promises on the Kickstarter, community's gonna be happy. Lay out exactly what you're trying to accomplish. Instead of being kind of secretive about it, release an actual schedule of what you have planned throughout the year. You ain't gotta, you know, give up and say, oh, we're including the Dreadnought, or the Pig Astronaut, or the Cosmonaut. You know, you don't have to tell what the new killer is, but, you know, implementing a new killer. Ideas. Start here. We move up to a review here. We go to public test beta here. We're going to implement it here, you know. New design systems, things like that. And just have a Kickstarter. List what your schedule is and say, if we can get enough money to, you know, fund this, this is what you guys can expect. Coming in as a huge update. People will trust me. People will pay for new content for Dead by Daylight. Because that's what they really crave, is new content. You've been doing alright thus far. There's been some hits and misses, but you've been keeping your head afloat. But keeping your head afloat when you can build a raft and then turn that raft into a boat and then get back on the mainland and never have to worry about it, you know? Move into a skyscraper and then sit above the clouds instead of with your head just above water. Hell, get a spaceship, fly to space if you're that successful. And that's what I don't understand. I understand that it's an indie game and you don't want to put a lot of time in it, but fuck it, dude. If this is your bread and butter and what you're adding, you know, money into right now, why not go all out? Ask your community. Kickstart that shit. And prove that shit. Then after kickstarting it and getting the money to implement that shit, nobody said that you couldn't sell it for a small profit, you know? This is the include the thing. Let them know, though. that this is a Kickstarter for the development of this shit. The final product's going to cost money unless, you know, you buy like the $200, I don't know, support us forever pack or whatever. If you buy that, then obviously you can get like a pseudo season pass, and whatever we release from now and forever is going to be free. But if you only get the like $5, you know, pack, then I mean, we say thank you. You might get some recognition or something, you know, posted on the back of our webpage or something. But you're still going to have to pay for the pack because, you know, that shit's expensive to make and we need to make a profit. Phoenix Point is a classic example. They said they were making another XCOM game, but they were going to name it Phoenix Point and try something new. First day they posted that Kickstarter, I went into that bitch and I bought the highest package, and it was the greatest thing I ever did. Everything that they released from that day forward went straight to me. Never had to pay a fucking thing. Now they have the complete edition out. They're doing the workshop opening and everything else for the community because they have the complete edition, the completed product. And I'm happy as shit. Because now, on top of having everything they've ever released, their appreciation, my name in the game, etc., etc. Now, they're letting the community get involved and to make mods, and you're going to have new places, new factions, new weapons, new everything that you can go in and enhance the game even farther. That is a bravo. They said they had something like 5 million players support them throughout the entire Kickstarter and all of that. So, even at the bare minimum, they sold a game that, you know, is like $60+. They had 5 million, you know, Kickstarters, 5 million people, you know, put in money to that game. That's insane how much support they have. Now, keep in mind that XCOM is a very renowned game. Dead by Daylight doesn't have, you know, the type of fame that Xbox had back in its glory day. XCOM had back in its glory days. So, I mean, but they should still be able to pull, you know, a decent amount of people in the community, you know, pulling that. Because we're talking about a higher esteemed game like XCOM and then an indie game like Dead by Daylight. They're only going to see a portion of those profits, but still, that's a lot of support from your community. You'll know where you stand in your community based off of how the Kickstarters and all of that go. You start a Kickstarter and you only get $100 worth of support, then you know that your community's really not happy where you sit right now. Obviously, it's not going to happen for Dead by Daylight. There's a huge following for it. If you go on the Twitch, you can see that Dead by Daylight is constantly there that you can click on. It usually has like over 1,000 people watching, plus 1,000+ people. I mean, sometimes it gets up to 15,000, 20,000 people active streaming, you know, people watching shit like that. Sometimes it goes through the roof, you know, when they have tournaments and do all kinds of other shit. Sometimes it can get, you know, close to 100,000. Sometimes it goes lower. And there's like only 500 people Dead by Daylight because of the lack of matchmaking. People can only play at certain times, so the number drastically changes when people's on or not. And it just comes down to like they are on the cusp of greatness, but instead of just going and securing that glory, they're just staring at it. They're not trying to like make a little path up to it and slowly build up to it instead of just reaching out for it. Like, no, they're just content with just staring at it and being that close, looking at it from afar. Like you're high school crush that you never, told that you liked them or never talked to them or anything like that. You just stood there looking at them and you were happy just looking at them every day. Why? Why be happy looking at them when you could have just walked up to them and had just a basic conversation? All of the conversations don't have to be about love and all of that. It could have just been a basic situation about music or something you have in common or something like that, just to have a pleasant conversation. And if you're a good person and you vibe, maybe you could have become friends with them. Then, instead of just looking at them from afar and saying, oh, yeah, I like so and so in high school, you could have been like, oh, yeah, I was friends with so and so in high school. I had a huge crush on her. I mean, I was too afraid to, say anything, but at least I took that first step. Or maybe you got turned down, but you still remain friends, and you have that off of your chest forever. It's better to try something positive than to sit in a negative space for essentially the rest of your life. Anytime anybody brings it up, it's going to be a negative experience for you. Like when somebody dies, you need to remember the happy, fun times when somebody you care about dies. And you need to see them in a new light, and you need to be happy whenever somebody mentions their name. If not, you're going to psychologically program your brain, and your memory of them, instead of being warm and happy, is going to be suffering and pain. Not only is that disrespectful to them, it's disrespectful to yourself. And even me, it took me a long, long time and a lot of therapy to understand the words that I'm saying. So some people are gonna be like, shit, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I lost my mom or some shit, and that's something that you don't get over that easy. Nobody said anything about getting over it. That's your problem. You're worried about getting over them and forgetting their memory and all of that. So you instill pain into your fucking brain. Every time that they are mentioned, pain is what your brain says. Not warmth, not happy memories, not anything like that. Pain and suffering. Bang, right off your head. Bang, right off your head. Then, once it happens for years, you're not even remembering them. It becomes a trigger. You've associated their name with pain. So anytime that time of the year comes around, pain starts building up in you. Somebody mentions, oh, how's your family doing? Or something about your mom, or says her name. Pain builds up in your mind. It's because you wired yourself to feel pain every time that they're mentioned. They were nothing but love and warmth towards you. Why would you turn that and twist that into pain? Why? Because human beings are sick and do that shit. Somebody mentions a dead relative that you cared about, the first thing you should think about is, yeah, they were around, they were so nice, and they were so kind, and, you know, they were always helping people out, I kind of want to be like that when I grow up, shit like that. So when somebody mentions their name, you can talk about them. You can share your wisdom and respect that you had for them. You guys can have this nice and warm experience. But human beings are like, they're dead. I never want to forget them. So anybody that says their name, I'm going to torture myself. Fuck all of that. Because if they were still alive, I bet you they'd slap the shit out of you. Why the fuck are you going to remember me in pain? Why are you going to make me the epitome of your suffering? I thought I treated you right. I thought I did you well. And here you are, doing this shit. Can you really, notably, look them in the eyes if you believe in the afterlife? Could you really meet them again, look them in the eyes, and tell them that you actually loved and cared about them when the only thing they brought you was pain? because you've done it to yourself. Don't be that type of guy. And the deeper you go into psychology and the more you learn about it, the more you see that basic human emotions are just twisted and convoluted versions of other things. That pain is basically that love turned upside down. You say you love somebody and you could never hurt them or anything like that. One triggering event in your life can turn that love, the same amount of love that you feel for that person, can turn to be the same amount of hate that you feel for that person. That quick. Drop of a dime. That happiness you felt for that person can turn to suffering that quick. Because you're the one that allowed that to happen. So stop and actually think about the reason why you're sad. This is why they say talk to a therapist and a psychologist. And people are, I don't need no therapist. I don't need no psychologist. They're too expensive and things like that. There are free groups that help you out all over the internet. Look them up. There are groups everywhere. There are hotlines that just have regular people that will talk to you. Free. That's all they do, is they sit there and they talk. You're not seeking help, then don't expect anybody to come help you. There's too many people sitting on their ass saying, please help me, please help me. Reach out for help. Go get the help you need. Quit being lazy. Quit being scared. Because guess what? Shit ain't gonna get any better if you don't try to make it better. It can get worse. Another human being will dump all of their shit all over you if they see that they can. Only you can climb out of that shit. And then get above them, so when they try to dump shit on you, you're standing on top of a nice, fresh, breezy hill. They're dumping their shit into a fucking ditch. That shit's blowing back in their damn face. You're untouchable. Anyway, let's hop on back to this. Also, if you didn't read the title, I'm going to do this review, maybe one more, depending on how long or how good this is. And then we're going to hop on Dead by Daylight. I actually got to make sure this shit's updated. I ain't played it in forever. Wouldn't that be embarrassing? Hype Dead by Daylight up and then not have it downloaded and then have to play Rocket League instead. Oof. Only I would do something like that. Nah, it's updated. We're good. Anyway, back to this. Let me just toggle scene for a little bit. We'll do it like this, and then we'll go back to Dead by Daylight. So anybody that wants to skip anything that I said can just skip through right past that sign. Because I'm not doing timestamps. It's not gonna happen. Even if I had 500 million subscribers, I still wouldn't do timestamps. Somebody would probably do it in the comments. Anyway. Back to this. First teachable perk is Empty Vessel. Your obsession is an empty vessel for the wall rider. This just gets worse and worse. Make sure they don't escape. Renders one perk of the obsession useless each time 3, 2, 1 generators are complete. So what you are essentially doing is making whoever the hell is the obsession against your killer rage quit. Because nobody wants to be part of a game the where you being the obsession, you know, can't do anything. Especially if they're running like an empty vessel and like Rancor. To where not only are they taking out 3 of your perks, they can also moor you at the end to ensure that you don't escape. You're going to have rage quits for days. They're going to say, okay, I'm the obsession. They're going to look and see that they're going up against your killer, Mr. Strong Fat. And they're going to be like, nah, bruh. I ain't playing this. And they're going to be gone. You don't want to irk the player base. You really don't. Because, I mean, instead of running Lethal Pursuer, I could just run this perk. Sure, I won't know where everybody is at the start of a match, but I mean, well, me personally, I've played the game long enough, and it shouldn't take them to get around the map to find those extra people, because they have an extra 50 seconds or extra 10 seconds per generator. Plus, to actually walk around and find things now. So, Empty Vessel, by default, takes the obsession out of play. Now, the only thing the obsession can do is try to avoid the killer and work on generators. Because none of your perks are useful right now. And God help you if you're a booner and you become the obsession and then you only get like Shadow Step or something. Or a perk that combines with another particular perk for use. And you're just left with that perk. Second thing is programming. To prevent that from happening, you're going to have a lot of programming that you're going to have to do to ensure that, you know, particular perks that are good, like old Dead Hard, new Dead Hard, depending on your view on it, or any of the other new meta perks that are going to come to fruition aren't targeted or are targeted every time. Either are or aren't. There's going to have to be a lot of... It's going to have to be based off a point system, basically, is what I'm saying. So a system's going to have to be designed so you're not targeted, you know, useful perks that you need as the obsession. If you have a perk like Adrenaline, for example, Adrenaline's probably going to be given a point system, and it's going to be determined, you know, how the match goes and everything, whether or not they're going to target it. Because it'd be bullshit to have 3 of your perks deactivated and only have Adrenaline. Because if the killer decides, fuck it, I'm going to tunnel out the obsession just to get a 3-man game, you now have all 4 of your perks useless at that point. So any perks that are going to just straight up deactivate something off of somebody, one, needs to be make sure that it's stoppable. 2, it needs to be balanced to the T, and fairness against the 2. Like hugely thought about, hugely balanced. You need to spend a long amount of time on trying to get the perfect balance for that. This, unfortunately, is not a good balance. 2, Little Pig. After gaining Bloodlust 1, which is 15 seconds now, I do believe, you can hit a survivor and cause the broken and hemorrhage status effect on them for 30 seconds. Pointless. If they're broken, they can't heal. What's the point of giving them the hemorrhage status effect and broken status effect? Again, you're not thinking these perks through. So, after 15 seconds, what you're essentially doing is making it to where that person well, can't do anything. So even if they do manage to escape you, they're still going to be broken. I don't know where this dual... I don't even know how you can list this one after another like that and think that that's a good idea. Does the hemorrhage status effect do something else besides decrease your healing bar? Does it slow you down? Do anything else like that? Maybe the perks of the obsession shouldn't work after a certain time of chase. I mean, that would be fine if they didn't target... Or that'd be fine if they targeted the obsession, but if they didn't target the obsession, you still have an obsession with basically no perks that can be just locked with a bad perk. So I could still see them just rage quitting just based off of that. Now, if I was to briefly think about balancing, maybe make it to where any survivors that are on their death hook are sacrificed. Maybe you get in return a boosted version of a particular perk or something like that. But that's just me briefly thinking about it and spitballing it, so it's probably incorrect as well. It obviously needs a way to deactivate things too. It's just too easy, you know? Only thing that person has to do is exist, and that he gets this power. He's not working towards this power. He's not doing anything. The power comes to him automatically, naturally, you know? Even a reverse of this particular perk wouldn't be as bad. Instead of as they do generators, perks getting deactivated, how about as they do generators, perks get activated? So they start off having nothing, which doesn't really matter at the beginning of the match, unless, you know, the obsession's the first one found. So maybe do something where the obsession spawns, you know, farther away from the killer. But that'd be kind of behind the scenes type thing. And as your teammates complete generators, you get perks activated. So you start with a perk, and then as your teammates do more and more generators, you get perks back. So you become stronger over the match. So starting off, you're going to have a slow start as the obsession, but you're not just screwed. Because again, at the beginning of the match, things really aren't that important because they're just kicking off. And if you still stick with the old flowchart, you should still be able to push out at least one generator by the time somebody goes down, gets hooked, and the killer gets, you know, out and about, which would still give the obsession, you know, roundabouts 2 perks to work with the majority of the game. So just the inverse of that, instead of the obsession losing things, the obsession gains things. Would even be slightly better. But I mean, there's a lot of things. I didn't design the perk, so I don't want to spend, you know, an hour trying to basically reconsolidate and make this the ultimate perk. I'd hope that, you know, this person comes back, looks at the perk and says, that's kind of not correct. I need to rebalance this. Or if they make it to the stream or somebody tells them what I'm saying basically on stream and kind of guides them, you know, add in your own shebang. Somebody just in the comments, you know, could help this guy out and tell them that, you know, this perks needs, you know, a little bit more balancing. Like the broken and hemorrhage status effects, essentially the same thing. One prevents you from healing completely. One just makes it harder for you to heal. Mm. 30 seconds. So after chasing a survivor for 15 seconds, if you manage to get the hit on them, which should generally come like at the 20-second mark, 30 seconds afterwards, they're kind of just dead to rights, unless they can escape you. But thinking about this particular perk, if you are in a chase with the killer and the killer is actually looping you or anti-looping you or chasing you like they're supposed to, they're not going to have a chance to heal anyway. So this is all kind of throwing your eggs in the basket that after Bloodlust Tier 1, you can actually get that hit on that survivor. But if you do get the hit on the survivor, that means that you should be at least adequate enough to, you know, get the down. So, I mean, it's kind of redundant. I can see where it has its uses, but I can also see where, you know, if I get hit and I'm being chased, I'm probably not going to be able to escape you within 30 seconds without using, you know, a god pallet or something like that. And if the killer elects to break the god pallet and continue chasing me, then, they're probably going to find me again. And they're probably going to continue the chase, and it's going to go longer than 30 seconds anyway. So it's kind of like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Again, hemorrhage and broken don't need to be paired with each other. Whistleblower. Give survivors in your terror radius the oblivious status effect if you are carrying a survivor. I don't want to be that guy to say Starstruck. I don't think Starstruck took any type of nerf. I'm going to double check first. I don't think Starstruck got nerfed. I don't remember seeing it. No, Starstruck is still good. So, when a survivor, let me start from the beginning and explain why the problem I'm having with Whistleblower. When a survivor goes down, other survivors are going to immediately know where the killer is because the killer is the one that knocked the survivor down. When that killer picks up that specific survivor, survivors are going to naturally know that the killer's in that specific area. So giving survivors that are within the terror radius the oblivious status effect really doesn't do much. Unless the killer is running, like agitation, iron grasp, or some sort of speed increasing thing, and they pick up that survivor and then they zoom over to another area. So if you're very aggressive while you're carrying a survivor, then this perk is good. But if you're using it based off of normal gameplay, the terror radius and the oblivious status effect and all of that doesn't really matter. You're better off just using Starstruck. Anybody tries to, come and save them that's within the terror radius have to deal with that exposed status effect. Risk versus reward. Then, the same effect is applied to survivors who are healing a downed survivor. That's not too bad. Not hearing the terror radius while you're healing a downed survivor. Again, if the downed survivor is somewhere where the killer dropped them, they're probably going to be somewhere where, they can either check on or see where the downed survivor is. And they're going to naturally come back and check. However, if you're running this particular build, that can be useful. That's a very good passive for the type of build that I'm talking about. So, in practicality, in like everyday perk use, it's not very good, but part of a build, it can actually be a pretty effective perk. So, all in all, Whistleblower, it's kind of like yes and no at the same time. How often are you going to run it? You're only going to run it part of specific builds. How often are you going to run those specific type of like backpack builds, But it's there for that as sort of a supplement for it. It's also would be good for Bubbas, for example. If you carry a specific survivor to get rid of your terror radius and another survivor comes sniffing along, or you leave a survivor on the ground and another survivor comes sniffing along, you wait for them to start to heal with like nurses calling or something if you really want to get, your timing based off. And then you just come running at them with the chainsaw. They're kind of fucked. So, I can see where Whistleblower can have its uses. I can see when it doesn't have its uses too. But again, part of that build, it's great. Little Pig, Again, it needs to be adjusted because it's kind of redundant. This perk is going to have to be thought through a little bit more. Empty vessel. Beyond that, I mean, it's all right. Unfortunately, since you listed your perks first, if your killer can make better use of this perks because he has, higher carrying speed or anything like that, I cannot review that as part of your killer because you put your perks first. I'm reviewing each and every one of these perks individual up against the rest of the perks, as opposed to whether or not they are suited for your killer. And I'm not going to go back and look at your killer and then go back up to your perks and look at your perks. I look at everything from top down, and any issues that crop, I speak on them as they come. Because a creation is sort of like a presentation or anything else. Everything has sort of a chronological order in which you want to show information to make things as easy as possible to understand. So that's my review over your particular perks separately. If your killer better utilizes this, that's something that you have to come up with on your own. You're not, unfortunately, going to get any advice from me when it comes to that. This is by Conman7, by the way. Moving on. Perk item descriptions. You can pause and look at that if you want. I'm going to move on. His power would be called Asylum Rage. Asylum Rage gains the ability to destroy pallets and doors faster. Not instantaneously, but faster. Along with vaulting faster and damaging generators faster. 25% increase to all of those things. Besides vaulting, which would take around 1 second. Whenever your obsession dies, you become obsessed with another random survivor. So this is kind of a obsession tunneling build. Whenever a survivor becomes a new obsession, they scream, revealing their location. The cooldown is 40 seconds and the duration is 50 seconds. You can toggle between modes with a 10-second cooldown. Modes? Oh, regular mode and Asylum Rage. So, when you're in this rage state, you do the majority of anti-survivor actions 25% faster. Now, between having, killers that instantly break pallets and walls and everything with their abilities, and other killers like Legion that are just fast and able to maneuver around obstacles in their path, they elected to go right in between and try to take like the middle line approach. After them going through and tossing the dice at behavior, I don't even know if the 25% holds up anymore because they've changed so many things. So I can't go in and be like, well, 25% off of this, that, and another is this, and this is balanced or not. What I can tell you is 25% increase is going to be very significant. Like, super significant. And the way that this Asylum Rage is designed is you find the obsession, you get this Asylum Rage every 40 seconds after the 50-second use. So after every cooldown, you can toggle this. So you chase obsession, you hit obsession with Blood Rage or Bloodlust of 1. Activate Asylum Rage, or you can activate Asylum Rage if you think you can get the down within 50 seconds. After that, you just relentlessly pursue them till you down them. You hook them, you try to get them out as quick as possible. And as the game goes on, and the longer you're chasing this obsession, the less and less perks that they're going to have. I guess I will go back since it's just immediately after. But the stronger and stronger you're going to basically get as you're tunneling out things. So this killer, judging by this power, is going to be more aptly played bum rushing and tunneling the crap out of people. Bang, 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 bang. Get them out quick. That is highly wary. Unhinged, gain the new ability to destroy lockers and have the survivors waste time repairing them. Finding survivors and lockers will make Chris destroy them automatically. Repairing lockers takes 20 seconds. This ability has no cooldown. Survivors gain 750 blood points in the objective category for repairing a locker. um, why? Why destroy lockers? I mean, I guess new survivors and things like that, like the hide in lockers and all of that, but I'm like, there's not really a point to just be running by and destroying lockers. Also, there isn't a time listed on how much time it takes you to destroy a locker. So is it just you walking by and blowing that bitch up as you're going through, or is it like a long, like 5 second animation of you hacking the locker to pieces or taking the doors off or something? Well, I mean, honestly, the better animation would just be him grabbing the locker doors, opening them, and then ripping them off the hinges and throwing the doors on the ground. Then survivors happen to walk up, pick the, doors up, and put them back on. That'd be 10 second a door, so picking up the door, sitting it on, and putting the pin through it, going to the other door, picking it up, sitting it on the thing, putting a pin in it. And that would be, your animation and all of that. But still, I'm like, why? I mean, it's great if you have a generator that you're trying to look at and you're wanting to get that barbecue and chili activation just to, ensure you know where they are. But I mean, the Dredge has a perk that allows you to see survivors within X amount of meters of lockers after you open and close a locker. That perk obviously would take more precedence over a killer just walking around destroying them. Unless a survivor's going on like a head on or just really panicking and trying to hide and taking that, chance. I don't see a lot of survivors instinctively just hopping in lockers. And I guess it's a great passive, but it's also, again, like, why? Why destroy lockers? Difficulty easy. Obviously, he has his rage thing and he can destroy lockers and he can basically tunnel out and get rid of anybody that he's chasing. At this time, in the Dead by Daylight meta perk rematch and trying to get, more and more people to play killer, he might be a good fit, but it'll only be a temporary fit because killers are going to be wiping the floor with survivors, tunneling them out and things like that. So, again, where everything's kind of a little bit funky, could be a good possibility to slide a killer in that's kind of a little bit OP. But as soon as the situation gets sorted, that killer will probably be taken off the roster or severely nerfed. I'm going to give you a little bit to look over that. I'll be back. Alright. He is a very bloodthirsty killer, able to channel his rage into destroying lockers, pursuing survivors with more speed and devastation. His perks allow him to put pressure on survivor during chases while making survivors unaware of your presence if they choose to be a hero, aka help that person up, etc., etc. This is all map information, which is why I left you to read that. Miles Upshur would have camera vision. If you guys didn't know, he's the dude in Outlast. Well, the original one that walks around with the fucking camera. Camera vision allows you to see any invisible or no tear radius killer's aura from 5, 10, 15 meters away. Survivors within a 5-minute radius of you gain the same effect. That is broken beyond all means. Any invisible. So, or no tear radius. Invisible or no tear radius. Ghostface. Fucked. Sadako. Fucked. Wraith. Fucked. Pyramid Head. Fucked. Or anybody that's running Pyramid Head's perk. Fucked. Any and all perks that basically remove your tear radius. Your aura is going to be visible to everybody else. So, technically, especially when Michael Myers' Scratch Mirror comes into effect, or comes into play. Technically, this would be probably one of the #1 perks that survivors run. It's going to be like a very hugely, like, buffed spine chill. It's basically the only thing that spine chill was missing. And they nerfed spine chill, and that was if the killer looked in your direction within X amount of meters. The perk lit up. This allows you to see 15 meters away, mind you. That's like 3-point-something seconds of travel time, the killer coming towards you. Which direction they're coming in, etc., etc. Which allows you to plan and, you know, maneuver yourself to get a head start. And not only that, there isn't any type of cooldown. I guess I'll finish reading this. After 3, 4, or 5, 4, and 3 generations completed, you see the aura of the exit doors, hatch, and hex totems. Oh, wait, no, that's informed reporter. Never mind. Ignore that. On this, you'll always know where the killer is if they come within 15 meters, which is round about half of most killers' tear radius. So, this is kind of insane. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I should have to explain how good this is. There's no token effect. There's no time that it becomes visible. There's no anything. It's just there on 100% of the time, all the time. It's a very bad perk. So depending on what killer you run, you can literally just be fucked, you know? If you're running a Scratch Mirror Michael Myers, for example, and you just happen to go up against a team that's all running this perk, you're fucked. They're all going to know where you are. And not only are you slow because you're Scratch Mirror Michael Myers, you're fucked. Ghostface, anytime you activate his power, they're going to see you. If you run any perks that get rid of your tear radius, again, they are going to see you. It's not a very good perk. Then on top of that, After 3 generators are completed, you now know where the exit gates are. You know where the hatch is, if they pre-spawn hatch anymore. I don't think they do, but if they do have a pre-spawn hatch that's invisible, you'll now know where that's at. You'll also now know where all of the hex totems are. That's crazy. Then the third perk, this perk activates when a survivor is hooked at in-game collapse. This perk calls upon the wall rider to make the killer's vision very dark and blurry for 10 seconds. Max upgrade, the killer becomes blurry for 20 seconds. This perk has a cooldown of 20 seconds. So the killer's going to remain blind every 20 seconds, or every other 20 seconds. They're going to have blurriness, and then they're going to have not blurriness. And then after 20-second cooldown, they're going to go back to being blurry. At this point, this has gotten so ludicrous and ridiculous that I don't really think I need to go on, any farther and look at anything of this side information or anything like that. So all in all, I must say that this chapter idea gets a pretty big fat X that says no. You need to sit and think a little bit. This is an ode killer concept. I recognize the leer. I'm surprised that even came back. Boy. There you go. Siller is the what? Bruh. 6 killer perk ideas, part 1. 6 killer perk ideas, part 1. 6 survivor perk ideas, part 2. What is this? This is what I'm talking about. I was gonna go through and just do a quick one like this, but this is the things I'm talking about. Why not combine all of this into one post? Have 6 killer perk ideas separated by 6 survivor perk ideas. Take up 1 slot instead of 3. Like, that's the type of thing that, it just makes me shake my head. Death Note from 2019. I've already seen that. How to Romance Every Killer. This mode. He's still talking about this up and coming date simulator. Jesus Christ. They've been talking about this for years now. It's become a meme at this point. They keep saying it's an up and coming game, but it's never saw any type of fruition. Anyway, I'm going to switch over to Dead by Daylight now. So, I'm about ready to include Twitch into all of this, launch the game, and then we can start playing Dead by Daylight. So, I will be back for an intermission. There we go. And I'll be back as soon as Dead by Daylight and all of that gets started. Sound warning. Scratch that. We are gathered here today to play some Dead by Daylight. For those of you who don't know, I've already done my review on YouTube side. I am rusty as fuck, but that's like I'll get back into the steam of things. Close enough. Either way, we're launching up Dead by Daylight now. That's why you see the intermission screen. I've just gotten done. Sound warning. This is your only sound warning. We're launching up Dead by Daylight now. We're going to play a couple of games, see if I even remember how to play the goddamn game, because it's been months since I played it. And we are going to see what we can do right now. I do foresee myself dying pitifully, but that is fine. You gotta start somewhere. Alright, let me change the scene. We actually don't want the Rocket League scene for once. We want the DBD scene. And no, that's not a black screen you're looking at right now. That's literally the game. It, for some reason, has black screened me and is not loading properly. Ouch. There we go. Oh, please. Oh boy, this is rough, y'all. This is rough. Alright, we are in the main menu, as you can see. And we can start this bad boy out. New progression system, 15, 70, 100, all of that, all the perks and all of that being unlocked between all players, etc., etc. We went over this on YouTube. Season grade reset. Well, I haven't played in months, so yeah. I'm not gonna do any of those. The rift's still up. The store's still up. I'm a little bit off of a Shrine of Secrets thing. Ooh, these are expensive now. They raised the price of them. Interesting. Oh, because it's a level 2. I see. Hangman's Trick. Overcome. Soul Survivor. Overcome's not bad. I don't have that character. Anyway, we're gonna hop in as a survivor, because I'm not gonna embarrass myself as a killer, because I ain't played this game in forever. Let's see what we can find as a challenge. Sure. Health states of any survivor. Probably won't do it, but that's good enough. What perks are we running? Hmm. This is more of a stealthy build, but it's also a runner build. Also, my character prestige is apparently 9. Whatever the hell that means. I've only prestiged her 3 times. I don't know how the hell she's gotten up to 9. Oh, that means that um oh, this is the 9th level. Why did they go and do that? That's weird. Whatever. I thought it was just going to give me the option to prestige, but I guess it lets me complete one more blood web before it forces me to prestige. That's fun. Chat is on the screen, so I am going to be blind on the right side of my screen, so if you see something that I don't see, maybe yell at me, because I'm probably going to get my cheeks clapped. Who am I kidding? Asking the goddamn chat to yell at me. You'd rather see my cheeks clapped than anything else. Alright, here we go. I ain't played this in months. This is my first time playing since the whole debacle. Hopefully they go easy on me, and I'm not completely just destroyed. Oh, it's on Mount Ormond too. Oh, that lag. Oh, oh. Yep, I'm off to a great start. Fuck it. We'll stack gens, because I ain't played in a while. They take 90 seconds to do now. So it should still only take 4 point some. Well, now if we're looking at. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out. Windows on the other side, ain't it? Yup. See you later. Hopefully she continues to follow me, because I would love to drag her away from that gin. And we're basically just going to make lines. And because she followed me, and I used my deception, now she's lost. As long as I stay out of her vision, I'm safe. That gen got completed. That's a good play. I do now know that if she gets on my cheeks, she's going to literally follow me to the ends of the goddamn world. So I need to be very careful about being spotted here. I have a stealth build. I should use it. We're not going to be looking for anybody to heal us. Never mind. There's a Claudette right there. Okay. She came to me, so she's probably running empathy, which is cool. Because I hear a gen back there that's been getting repaired on. Thank you. Maybe she spotted me. And she rage quit. I guess a win's a win, I suppose. I guess I will play a killer match and make a fool out of myself. Because our killer match that we just played, they left. She spent way too much time. When she had me cornered, she decided to get hatchets. After she got hatchets, she followed me everywhere that I went. Then I deceptioned away, and that wasted a lot of time and a lot of pressure. One thing that I do remember about this game is as a killer, you don't really have room for errors, which is why I'm kind of like, I don't want to do this. But I will. Honestly, it doesn't matter when I'm running. I'm rusty as hell. Just send it, brother. What is this? Oh, they actually have a loadout system now. People have been asking about that for A little bit. I see. That's nice. They did it in a way that's non-intrusive too. I like that. Is it really necessary with the long ass wait lines or wait times? No, not really, but I like that. Sometimes you just want to change out, a perk here or there. Like, for example, if I want to go, like, I don't know, Iron Maiden, make your choice. So if they hide in a locker, they scream and I know where they're at. Make your choice. If they pick somebody up off of a hook when I'm 32 meters away, that'll activate. Uh, I don't know what the hell else I would run with a build like this. I guess I'd run like Devour Hope, but I don't have Devour Hope. I have Haunted Ground. And then run like, I don't know, Huntress's Lullaby or some weird shit since I don't have Devour Hope. And then I could run like a perk set like that. And change that over. I don't know what this would be used for. I guess this would be like a Scream Team perk. You know, if they hide in a locker, run like Barbecue and Chili, and Iron Maiden. Classic Legion build. Make your choice if you're going to run like Devour of Hope and run like a half and half build. Haunted Ground, just in case they look for my Huntress's Lullaby. Maybe I get a proc on that. Kind of good with Ghostface. Something like that. I don't know. It just gives me the ability to do that if I want to. Then we can make like a scumbag, like, in-game build with no ad in it. That, I don't know. What's some scumbag perks that I can have on? Just in case I miss. Unrelenting. Well, you really don't need Starstruck and no ad. That's kind of going like the in-game no ad, and then yeah, in-game no ad, then in-game no ad. So during game and in-game. I don't know, what else can you add to a scumbag build? Like Franklin's Demise or some shit to make them lose their items? Obviously, Blood Warden's the choice there, but fuck it. Let's go all the way down the goddamn rabbit hole. We'll have no ad, which ain't even that good anymore, because you only get like up to 30 seconds worth of crap and then they find it. I could add Dragon's Grip to the Scream build. Hmm. There you go. Scream if they touch a locker. Scream if they unhook somebody that's away from me. Scream if they touch a gin that I just previously kicked. I just gotta kinda find something for that. I mean, a lullaby, the Huntress's Lullaby, is a loud song, which could constitute as a scream. Fuck it. Scream perks it is. I've convinced myself this is gonna be a hard as fuck game to run, but it's gonna be funny. I'm all ears? So I'm gonna absolutely get my shit kicked in, but this is gonna be funny. Just to see how many people I can get to scream at one time. I'm gonna try to go for as quick as my rusty ass can get downs, hook them, get away from them, get them make your choice activations, and then try to go with it. Ghostface is good. Of those of you that don't know, I can basically get rid of my presence. No tear radius, no red stain, until I hit something or somebody looks at me and exposes me. If they look at me and expose me, I get killer instinct of where they are. So you can use it to be stealthy. I use it particularly just to make people look at me, because it shows me where they're looking at me from. A big ass fucking like white mark will show the direction they're looking at me from, and then if they expose me, I immediately know where they are. So I just pursue them. If you are trying to be stealthy, I don't recommend looking at Ghostface. If you aren't trying to be stealthy, then look at him all you want and expose him as quick as possible. Especially if he's chasing your buddy. Expose him. They started me in the middle of the field. Also, why am I moving so goddamn slow right now? Tell me they didn't nerf the speed of Ghostface. I grabbed you! Fuck out of here with that shit. I seen you. There's no way, right? I'm surprised you stayed that close. Will you waste this pallet? Oh, pallet's on the other side. How'd I miss? She's gonna get out right before I hook her. Nope, he was too slow. What? What is this guy's connection? Why? I didn't even swing there. Got you that time, bitch. And that is two in the basement. Somebody better grab her before I get his ass down there. He elected to be a dickhead. Why loot me around the fucking basement where your other teammate is? This is Ash. This is a win for me. I could camp you both right now. I'm not going to, but I could camp you both right now. So this is already an Ash rank, a win for me, because some guy decided to be a fucking digbag. Well, there's a save. They're probably going to run out pallet side. Oh, he grabbed both. Nope. Get body block, bitch. Oh, oh, oh. Take that hit, bitch. And you wasted pallet shack, you fool. Or pallet fucking pallet, or shack pallet. Jesus Christ. Where's the flashlight save? I know you want it. Nope, too slow. Ah, he ran back out. I was gonna clap his cheeks. Now, are y'all actually gonna let me leave this fucking shack, or are you just gonna continue to be up my fucking ass nonstop, huh? I don't even have my sound turned up that high, so I can't even hear the grunts of pain or anything like that. I'm gonna do this, just in case he happens to look at me as I'm leaving. It doesn't look like he is. Alright. Wait, what? I should have figured he was going to go for a 360. Honestly, that's on me. Uh-huh. 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 And now you jump. Now I got you. It's that simple, bud. I might be rusty. I ain't fucking stupid. And 360 your way, straight to hell. Bye. Again, I win after I get 2 of you. Actually, after I get 1 of you and some good chases. And Ash. Oh, I see. I have make your choice, so I need to be away from him, so when he gets picked up, I can get the last guy. Grab his ass. Grab him. They're gonna wait for me to pick him up before they grab him. He's running out of time, though. There it is. There's the make your choice. Now, if he tries to stay and heal that guy, I'll be able to get back over there and clap his cheek. So now they can't heal immediately, which means the guy that just got off the hook is going to stay injured. At least for a little bit. There you are. Don't know why you didn't run. Wow. What's up, dude? You know what? Come with me. Body blocking? Ballsy. I'll give you that. You probably should have brought Saboteur. Fucking with me instead of doing gens. He jumped out that window. Yeah, fucking with me instead of not doing gens. I haven't even used my stalking power. Is what's going to be your downfall, buds. You don't see anything. Old fancy Steve guy is going to run over there and try to save his ass. He gets off trying to make those plays. Oh, no, the David did. Why heal yourself, then take him off? Let the guy that's injured get the exposed status effect. Circle of healing, huh? Unfortunately, I can't look too hard because of that fucking circle of healing they have. I don't know where totem spawns are here either. So this is actually kind of a pain, and I don't have a lot of time to look for it. He probably has Boon Exponential or some shit. The fuck? Ah, that's the locker he was in. Do 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 do. Do you body block to save him? Cause you just got Iron Maiden, bitch. Ugh, I'm so fat. Now watch, they're gonna say you were a tunneling piece of shit or something like that. Like y'all are the ones that kept fucking running to me, brother. You kept going for these dumb saves. You didn't get away from me. You didn't do gins. Instead, you were too busy fucking with me. You're gonna run to this corner and get downed, huh? There's a hook right there. That's new for me. This puts you in a good place, too. Because I can hook you up there, and if he wants to save you, then he has to go all the way the fuck up here, giving me them cheeks. Oh, well, you're dead. Damn, probably shouldn't have hooked him. David, you've been doing good. I'll give you hatch if you find it. I'm gonna hit you once if I find you, though, to prove a point, but I'll give you hatch. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Oh, look what I found. Doogians. That's the only thing I have to them, is Doogians. Use the hang time. I'm rusty as fuck, and that was an easiest 3-piece that I've had in quite some time. They did the one thing new survivors do, and they overly stuck together. When they were injured, they all ran together. When they did gins, they all tried to stay together. When they took shits, they all stood in the same stall. You don't want to do that shit. Unless they changed it and added more time, survivors have 60 seconds worth of hang time in their first phase. Oh, excuse me, first phase, and 60 seconds in their second phase, giving you 2 whole minutes until you bleed out, unless it's been changed. So, when I hook somebody, instead of giving me, I don't know, a little bit of time to actually walk away from that person and go gin patrolling, they were immediately dashing back in for that survivor. If you don't give the killer time to leave, he's just going to turn back around and clap whoever's cheeks are there. My whole build was supposed to be determined upon me hooking somebody and getting getting from at least 32 meters away from them to activate make your choice. I got 1 activation on that because they didn't give me time to actually leave the area. You got 60 seconds before that person goes to in the next phase, and 2 whole minutes before they die. Use the hang time. That person just gets hooked. Again, you have an entire minute to pull them off. 2 minutes if the killer's camping. It takes now 90 seconds to do a generator, so use that 90 seconds, which is a minute and a half, and then everybody can go and, save that person. 90 seconds, 3 people left, that's 3 gens that should be procced in that time. 3 gens gives you immense pressure on the killer, and then whoever the fuck wants to go and save the other guy, even if it's just a trade, in that case, you will have more line to go with. Because if the killer still elects to just sit there and sit in front of the guy who's newly hooked, that's another 90 seconds and the next 2 gens can be done. But not only that, you'll have enough time for the extra 2 to go get at the exit gates unlocked. And then the person who does the gen, or whoever's closest after getting the exit gates and all of that unlocked, go over, get the unhook, then all of your team body block to get the last guy out, worst case scenario, and it's a 4-piece. Instead, this guy stood right by the basement, let me down him. His buddy came around, tried to run me ragged. I took my time, downed him, and that was already 2 in the basement. I could have sat there and waited. the 2 minutes there, and they would have only been able to do 2 generators in that time, and then I could have went out hunting. No problem. And I could have easily won that scumbag tactics, Bubba tactics. And if that other person dared to go down there, I could have clapped his cheeks and gotten another one hooked. But I didn't. I walked away. I let them get their saves and all of that, and then I clapped the cheeks of one. Because that was the dumb save. He literally waited for me to get 2 feet from the shack as I was leaving and then went for an unhook behind me. What in the fuck am I looking at right now? It's fucking Sadako's perk. Actually, no, that's not Sadako's perk. What was that skill check? It caught my rusty ass off guard is what it did. It won't happen again, though. My camera's turning on and so what the fuck? That was lag. Who is our killer? Because they should have been already over here. Oh, okay. Yo, Frodo! I need to heal you for my challenge. I'm not gonna go for great skill checks. I'm too rusty. If that's barbecue and chili, me and him are both tagged, and this heal's not gonna matter for much. I see. Killer's not camping. I know he's going over towards another teammate. So I guess I'll go for this unhook. There's no point to not at this point. He's away from the hook. You don't stop running, I'm not gonna... Why? Why vault that window? We need to get gens done. Teammates are gonna be fucking stupid and they're gonna fucking die. Barbecue and chili. That's confirmed. Other guy should be getting that unhook if he's not about to complete a generator. Because he's gonna come back for my ass. Did you try to wiggle or is that your second hook? Also, you guys should not have picked her up off the hook right in front of him. I could have grabbed him if you would have just chased the killer away. That's a fucking trade. Now that guy's gone. Unless he somehow manages to escape, which I doubt it. He's fucking done. Nope, he actually escaped. That is good running on him. Bad play by teammate. I could have hopped off this gen and saved that guy. Without the trade if my teammate would have just ran him away. I'm too close to be barbecued and chili, so he's going to probably go after somebody else. I'm going to finish this gen up, obviously, before I go get him. I'm going to use his hang time. He's probably going to be pissed because he's probably low level and new to the game, but you're going to have to hang there, bud. Nice run, because I heard him at the last second, but I couldn't figure out which way he was coming from. As you can see, I'm going to run him away. All the way here. You see my ass. Nope, you seen my teammate, who panicked and ran. Well, I was going to run him away. But teammate panicking and running, I was trying to keep his attention. That's a good save. We need to heal, y'all. Yo. Yo. We got 4 generators left. I seen that coming. We got 4 gens left. They're not even healing. Alright. Well, when you got people that don't want to heal and no way to heal yourself, you go and you find med kits. They don't want to heal me? Fine. We're just going to take more time to get ourselves healed. We're not going to be dumb like them running around with one hits downs. Fuck that. I need to be quick because I'm going to get barbecued and chili down here. Actually, I could have just hopped in a fucking locker. Oh well, he's probably about to come clap my cheeks. But whatever. At this point, my team's kind of ass. So, it is what it is. That's an insta-save right by where the killer just hooked them, so I guess I'm safe now. He's not gonna come clap my cheeks. He's gonna clap somebody else's cheeks. So right in the next, say, 30 seconds or so, if they fucked it up as bad as I did, you're gonna see somebody getting sent out of this match for good. We still only have one generator done between the four of us, by the way. All of them are injured and not healed. Generally, I would take a hook for somebody, but fuck that. They're playing like ass. I'm going for the goddamn hatch. Fuck catering to them. You're not gonna want to play the game right, then I ain't gonna fucking play the game right, you know what I'm saying? And that's one person, hooked and gone. So I'm just going to... Woo! Hope he didn't see me. You didn't see me, right? 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 Stealth build for the win. She's dead. Now we just wait on the last person to die and we see if we can get a hatch or an exit gate play. Because, fuck my teammates. Probably should have hidden the locker. See where he goes next. Nope. He didn't get me. Maybe he's not running barbecue and chili. That's odd for a blight not to run it, though. And now I'm just going to wait till my last teammate gets his cheeks clapped, and I'm going to go for a... I'll probably go for exit gate over hatch. He's the blight. There's no way he knows I'm here, right? But yeah, I'll probably go over exit gate, leave over a hatch on the opposite side of where he hooks her, because that might be my best plan. Maybe even do 25% tech. I haven't done it in a while, though, so I might fuck it up. He downed them. He's probably not going to hook them. He's going to look for me first. Nope. You are a fool. You should have definitely have not hooked them, because I'm going to let that bitch die. And then a minute from now, I'm going to be over here by this other exit gate. I don't know. Should I go for hatch? Hatch is risky, and if I get spotted, I'm as good as dead. Is the thing. He's using his brain and checking the other side of the map. And that's kind of terrifying, because this guy might have Devour, maybe. Since he ran to the other side of the map, or he's pre-gaming me. I'm not going to give him that third Devour token. Well, we might look for a hatch then. Fuck. He's on that side. I'll go this side. Hatch is on his side. Now, I wonder if he's going to camp hatch to get the guaranteed win, or if he's going to be dumb and close it. What he should do is find hatch and then camp on hatch. And if he camps on it and I don't show up, he knows I'm waiting at an exit gate. If he closes it immediately, though, he's a fool. Because camping hatch is definitely the way to go here. Fuck me. He goes out window. I'm going to bleed out. Just take me. Just take me. We could run this shit forever. I don't know where this fucking hatch is, brother. I don't play this map that much. I don't know where I can look for that shit. Good 4-piece. I could have faked and jumped back through the window or went through the pallet and just kept looping him and looping him, then going back to the 2 pallets that I passed. That was the plan. But I have no fucking idea where this hatch could spawn up at, so I'm like, fuck it, dude. Just send it. I mean, what I've seen thus far, it's still essentially the same game. There's kind of things that suck, like that dead horde. If that would have been a free without me having to worry about bleeding out over time type of deal, possibly. I'm just going to switch to Rocket League. Ash is kind of a disappointment. But, change the title and Rocket League. But yeah, if Dead Horde was the old Dead Horde and I could have avoided that endurance status effect off of that hit, and I was able to keep running and things like that, maybe I would have tried to stay alive and loop him longer. Because I would have had literally an infinite amount of time to make a play. But with that dead heart timer, I believe you only have like 60 seconds or some shit. And there ain't no way in hell I was going to trip him up and force him to break a pallet or something like that. And get away from him in that 60 seconds. And I didn't know where the hatch was. I'm thinking that it was probably in the middle area somewhere. Or over by that gym where my teammate was that kept getting caught at. One of those 2 places. But there's no way that I could do all of that in a minute. I would have to be running the absolute dog shit out of him. I don't know. It was decently fun. So, I mean, I'm not mad or anything about what happened. But it was a hell of a situation. He was smart. He found hatch. And he camped hatch. And he basically just sat there looking around until he saw a trail of me. And then he went and he pursued me. That is the smart way to play that. Because if he hadn't, if he would have closed that shit, I'd have probably 25% teched him and then gotten out. Blight's a fast killer, 25% tech. If those of you that don't know, every 25% a light on the exit door lights up. So if you do it before and stop just before 25%, the light will not light up, making the killer think that you're at the other exit gate. Once they run to the other exit gate, you do the rest of the 75%, and then you get out. If you have a good exit gate spawn, it's basically a guaranteed out if the killer isn't patient enough to stay and, you know, check things out. I thought he was on-goaling. I was like, well... Nitrous. I'm in a flat core now, boy. I got that donk. Well. And he's pushing it right to that guy. Is that our teammate? No, that was their teammate. I don't like this join lag at all. Oh, by the way, those of you that didn't get the update, I am burnt out as fuck in Rocket League. So you're not going to be seeing any high tier plays or anything from me. I'm going to be basic Betty as fuck, boy. Thank you. That's why we follow those. I couldn't get the bump in time. Could have redirected it past him, but he had a guy in a solitary position in goal. So there's no point in me getting it past him because it just gets picked up. You should have challenged that, bud. You could have possibly won that if you used your brain. We wait. I'm going to put this fake corner. Damn. Hoping he would challenge corner for boost and I could get it past him. Again, I'm trying to go with easy plays and tactics. I don't really want to try hard. Well, not try hard. I don't really want to think about things. Whoops. Oh, I got an itchy eye. That's past him. Surprised he actually turned on that, because now he's in a bad spot. Teammate got a bad touch, though. We could have made a play off of that. That guy got overzealous and challenged in our corner. Only thing he can do is pop that out. Teammate's challenging the actual hell out of him right now. Put this in back corner, then we go for a goal. Teammate got a very nice touch there. I appreciate it. Teammate should pick that up with a small touch. Follow. There you go. You always follow those. I'll go for an early 50. Teammate can pass it through if I do, because he's going to fake. Again, people that fake a lot, you can easily use their fakes and their things that they do against you. Because people do things in patterns. Like if they do, like, let's say one guy always fakes twice before shooting the ball. You know the second fake is coming, so you can plan ahead accordingly. And as soon as he goes for a second fake, push that shit over him, and in his net. Nice shot. Good save. My fucking eye is burning. I got sweat in it. Send it past. Damn, I was hoping teammate would pick that up. I should have just challenged that with the ass into my car. Okay. Thank you. Never mind. That was beautiful ball control that orange guy gave me. And it was wasted. Cool. I had a full field of control. Well, half a field of control. All of them were back, and I had a line to score on their net because I was in full control of the ball. Teammate decided, fuck it, he was going to hit the ball off of me and give them that ball control back. I got the boost, that's fun. That's all we're looking for. Almost a good double touch. Teammate wasn't covering you anyway. Go low here, maybe? Nah, he got it. Don't follow that, brother. It's either in or it's not in. He's already going up the wall deep, boy. Good lord. You got it all right. That's a bad shot. I could have put that in their net. It should have been in their net. I got a shoddy touch. That comes with being burnt out on Rocket League, unfortunately. That and not knowing the fucking corners of the car. I don't know why I'm using this again. Probably because it's what was selected. Ugh. Whoops. He'd have passed it by me. Maybe we made a play there. I'm so burnt out in this game. Jesus Christ. Fuck it. Just challenge. Why are you pre-jumping that, buddy? That's not even on our net. Boink! I mean, great pass. What did you expect the ball to go? My car is literally right there. Where were you expecting that to go? You hadn't panicked and actually used your eyeballs. You could have put that anywhere else. I do not take blame for that own goal. Well, pass. That was forced upon me. You're there, touch it. Don't wait for your teammate to go for it to touch it. Touch it before your teammate gets there. Well, he wasn't reading the plan. I'm not reading your plan. You're not going to go for my shit. I'm not going to go for yours, buddy. I'm trying to get goals with as little effort as possible. That's my plan. Touch right down to him. Bink. Again, use your damn eyeballs. Somebody's already challenging you. There's no need to fucking put that shit where they're challenging from. Hard challenge out. That's awkward for him. Over his head, his teammate picks it up. It's in our goal. Teammate, like he always did, went up the fucking wall trying to pre-read some shit. It finally caught up with him. Who would have thought? Trying to reread where the ball goes, somebody's there to cut that shit off, and you can't read that. That's why playing through predictions is not good. You should not be predicting what's going to happen next. You should be paying attention to the field, car positionings, where they're putting the ball at, looking at the lines, having the situational awareness, and making the split-second decisions where you need to. But if you're going up on walls and goddamn, he flipped me all the way over, doing shit like that, again, people are just going to start ignoring you. How did I miss that? How did he miss that? I'm bad. I tried. Actually, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't try. I didn't try at all. That was the laziest aerial I think I've done in a long time. Too slow. You think I don't see you trying to sneak up on me, brother? That's a bad touch by him, but he's following it. Nice. That's an open net, but a bad shot. Make him throw it away. I'll let teammate go for that. Fuck it. Nope. Teammate, you did that. I had him. Both of us went up the wall. I had him all scoped out. You did that. You're impatient, fucking trying to read everything ass. He's on the wall again. Trying to pre-read shit. Get off the fucking walls, man. When the guides say when you're in champ you need to use walls more, they don't mean to be up on the fucking wall anytime it's being touched by the other team. They mean to use walls to clear, use walls to shoot. You know, take the ball up the wall. What is these motherfuckers and going up the goddamn walls early? There's not enough pressure behind the ball for that shit. Good lord. Wow. You should have demoed him instead of trying to hit the ball, and the ball would have stayed straight where you hit it. But that's fine. Nice try. Pop that down in front of him. That should have been an easy clear, but teammate had other things. He's going to hit it cross goal instead of letting his goalie take the snipe shot. Ask me why I can't get motivated to play. Jesus Christ. Good pinch, too high. He tries to follow that, it's too high. If I stop you from getting that, then what are you going to do? Now you ain't got boost to get back. Teammate, why would you hit that away from me? That would have been in their net. I literally just starved that guy of boost. Completely starved that guy of boost. He wouldn't have gotten back to save that. I knew it was an open net. We'll go breakout. Oh, it's hard to find motivation to play this game sometimes, because mine's at 0. Unless things become interesting, it's just not there, Chief. I shouldn't have had my IDGAF stream, because it burnt me right out of this game. I'm surprised he scored that with that shot, but fuck it, we take him. Like right there, that guy has already passed up his goal and is looking for that shot into that corner. He'd have been better off putting it behind him, top right corner. But I mean, if that guy's slow, then fuck it, we take those. An actual defensive player, though, would have either saved that or worse, pinched that shit off of his crossbar. And put that all the way across into our net. So I don't even have to challenge that. All he can do is hit it past me. Your teammate's too far back. He takes boost. He's probably going to immediately try to turn. So he's basically out of the equation. Just a little bit too much caffeine, not enough milk, but that's fun. At least you got it there. That's a terrible landing that I got there. Oh. I should have known when he pre-jumped that he wasn't going to be anywhere near that shit. Wow, his teammate hitting that back to me is very strange, and I wasn't ready for it. Okay. You managed to hit that off wall? Teammate stood there and just let him take that shot. He didn't even try to interfere. That's the type of shit that you talking about. Under me. What a nice touch. That's in our net. He even went opposite corner on the shot. He just overdid it a little bit. That's a good play by that guy. Again, another teammate corner sniffing. Just lets ball go by without trying to stop it or anything. Son of a bitch. Oh, well. He's got me. That's in net. Yup. Again, I knew I had the turn for that, because teammate's been just chilling in net, not going for shit any goddamn way. He's just been chilling, letting it happen. That's an interesting pinch. We fake that, because I don't have an angle. Please? No? Fuck me? Okay. Alright, teammate. Why are you flipping? Why are you going for demos? This motherfucker. He's gonna send it. For better or for worse. I'll try to get it to teammate. Or not. Okay, that lag was phenomenal. Nope. Close, but no cookie. I mean, I guess I'll block it. There ain't much I can do off of that one, brother. Again, there's not much you can do off of that, unless he puts it back to me like he does there. No, I got moved. Why do they always fucking clip me, dude? When I got good plays lined up. Ain't no way I'm getting that. Pop this down very gently so he throws it up. Teammate. We would have liked to have gotten a better touch, but that's fine. Let's try it again. Off of wall and up. It's going to be an easy save for anybody in goal. If they even put it on goal. He's going to try to cut me off, so we go high. Don't do that. Literally all of them are sitting in goal looking at us, and you're going for a slow shot on their net. No. No. Nice touch. Any slower, I'd have been in his net. You should be in goal right now. Didn't matter. Apparently it was a nice demo bump play. But that guy should have been in their goal. He shouldn't have been following them up. If we'd have cleared that, he'd have been fucked. That's a pass to them. Under. That's in. Great pass, though. Oh boy. These matches are boring. I'm to the point where I don't even care if we win or lose. But streams must go on. Boo 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 boo. He hit it past me, then tried to dunk his teammate. Okay. It's not close when that's you being a fucking fuckhead. Boop. Bang! That's a nice touch to the left. Right in net. Now you know how it feels, bitch. Quit fucking cutting teammates. And especially dumb positions. Why do they always pre-go up the wall like that? You know how much time you're wasting? Oh, what a bounce. He saved that. Amazing. Okay. Good job, Bobby. Teammate decided to jump all the way across the fucking map to challenge some shit that he really didn't need to challenge. Damn, I wanted to catch it as it went up. That's fine, it's back to teammate. Close. Oh, fuck. He is all the way back in goal. They just got a full field's worth of clear when they could have gotten about half if teammate was up and still be pressured right now. It's crazy, man. Good demo. Because your teammate pre-jumped like a dumbass and I was going to fake the shit out of him. Dumbass. I knew you were going to do that too. He's going to do it again. No, he actually controlled it this time. Look who learned. He passed it back to them. Good follow, though. That's in their net. Nope, he saves it because teammate doesn't go after that. Wow. I feel so lazy and unmotivated. Honestly, I'm more happier when they take the fucking ball from me because it means that I don't have to maneuver this shit. Like that, when they get scored on, it's not my fault. I ain't gotta worry about the shit. I'm fine with that. Doink. What a fake. What a save, actually. That fake wasn't easy to read. That's too high. Oh, no. Oh, he had the setup, but he couldn't get back to it. They always hit it back into my car. I tried to redirect that. But it's like, goddamn. I mean, if I would have flipped my car facing towards our goal, I probably could have redirected, but that's a very risky redirect, because if it goes wrong, it goes straight back to our net. Like that. Exactly like that. And that happens. That's funny how that happens. But exactly like that. It goes off my car like that backwards, and right back into our net like that. And they score. I didn't think he was getting that. Oh no, I'm sus. Thank you for lining that up for us, because there's nothing I could do with it pushed up against the wall. Yup, that's him. He fell for the bait. Dumb goalie. He could see everything that was happening there. How do you take that bait and think you can get to that before my dude? Come on now. Well, taking your boost. And we actually won that. Well, howdy hoodoo. We'll just keep psych. Well, I don't have that many cars, actually. We'll have to go to the garage and preset more cars. Bum 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 bum. God damn you, sign that, searching for match and going to training, motherfucker. Well, I hadn't have gotten stuck there. Jesus Christ, that join lag. I was mid-flip and it just sent me out. Ooh. And there it goes. Is that my teammate? Ah, well. Fuck it, dude. Now I'm not losing any MMR. So we can just leave. Let's play like drop shot or something. Drop shot's at least a little bit more decently fun than regular. Anything that's not regular. I missed the flip reset. Feels bad. Oh, those of you that use flat cars, you need to realize the strengths and weaknesses of your particular flat cars. One thing with flat cars is, especially if you're using a plank car like the Batmobile, but your car is flat. With the Octane has a sort of higher hitbox and all of that, so it can catch the ball easier. It has sort of like, you know, I call it the Octane hump, but it has a higher hitbox and runs a lot better than the Dominus does. Because of that, when it comes to dribbling and things like that, it's going to be easier to dribble with an Octane, but it's going to be easier to flick with the Dominus because it's a longer and flatter hitbox. You can get all kinds of flicks. Second thing with Dominus is slower than Octane. It's much slower. So at the bare minimum on your kickoffs, you need to be going for at least a fast kickoff. At the bare minimum. You want to get your flips through. You can learn speed flips, even better for you. But you really need to learn a faster kickoff. This basic shit where you go to the ball and then flip into it don't work in a Dominus or any other flat car. It's not going to work for you that well. You're slower by base. All cars in Rocket League travel at the same speed, but you are slower because of your pivot points and shit. Where the Dominus pivots isn't the same as the Octane. Or you could say it is the same as the Octane, but since it's longer, it takes longer for the car to make rotations. So as you're flipping for kickoff, if you don't know speed flips, You got this going on. I mean, even if you side flip, it's still a little bit faster than anything. But if you're going for your slower variants of kickoffs, you need to keep in mind that somebody using an Octane that has a faster pivot point and all of that's going to be able to get that speed faster. But you'll have the superiority when it comes to lining up shots, flip resets, things like that, because you have a flat base to go off of. So when you're going for things, you guys gotta kind of have that innate realization, unless you know, play with the Dominus and you know how to move fast with the Dominus, that you're going to be slower. So you're going to be looking at more boost jumps and things like that to get that speed going. Why, teammate? Why did you fake back instead of stay up? Sometimes slower's better, but you got to kind of calculate for that shit. Because, like, I'm tearing the shit out of them right now, moving slower because I have more control because it's a Dominus. Teammate, good lord. Nice try. That's the Dominus of strength is, you know, even though it's slower, you'll have a lot more control with the ball, a lot more surface area to do things. And I'm a lot more identifiable hitbox. That's just right to him, yeah. He tried to dunk it, though. Octane, known for its speed and versatility. It's about middle level and everything. Turn radius on the Octane's dog shit, though. Where the Dominus can make pretty steep turns, the Octane cannot. It is terrible at them. That's just internet. You don't have to demo me, buddy. You guys own gold that shit. Only thing I did was make you panic. You did that to yourself. That's dangerous. They're gonna try and cut me off. Do 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 do. Damn. Oh. Dunk it, teammate. Right to me. Ah, close. He's panic touching that, so teammate gets the win. Another panic touch to another win. Dunk that. Damn, I tried to fake that in, but it wasn't already on target. What? Okay. Fair enough. If Rocket League deems that he won that, I really can't argue. Try to go for that. I know I'm going to be slow, because that's what the Dominus does. That guy finally figured out if you get rid of me, my team really can't do much. He just saved that. Well, it wasn't going in anyway, but he still just saved that. He probably could have done something. I got bumped. Please finish that. By finish, I meant score, not get it to their side, but that works too. Yup. Keep feeding me. Good delay. He knows I'm slowing the Dominus, so he used this strength as the Octane, being speed. I knew you were going to try to demo me. You always do, and you always fail. Bang. Instead of scoring it there, I decided to take it back and score it on the other one, because I knew they would be panicking. I don't know why your what is saving. He was actually close. That's just rudeness. Well played, boys. These drop shots funner than regular. I wasn't talking to you. Get your fucking plat ass out of here. Nobody gives a fuck about what you think. Shitty ass platinum. It wasn't a good game. Probably because they were stuck with a damn platinum. Yeah, you might have a higher score, but platinums, you know, don't understand the flow of things. If you're cutting your teammates off and giving them a hard time when they're of the superior rank and probably of the superior play, then you want to get shitty about it because your score is high, but you fuck them over. You're not going to have a good time, bud. Again, I don't know why these bots feel the need to target me. Who in their right fucking mind would buy 1,000 followers? Because I have like none on Twitch. The only thing you're doing is making me load up the Twitch page, come all the way the fuck over here, and then fucking ban your stupid ass. There. I had to move my chat, go back through, readjust chat, do all of this other bullshit. Thank God it didn't find the damn game. Alright. Now I gotta go in and block you off of restream. Alright, now. Oh, I missed that wood. I see what you tried to do there, Mr. Orange Guy. And he still got it, because our other teammates just... Oh, it's Nitros. And no fucking way. I fucking ran into Nitros's ass again. The guy who always wants to be on walls and shit. That is so annoying. About ready to lose rank because of this guy. Can't even get any fucking drop shot fucking love. Oh. Why are you always on walls, motherfucker? Stop. Damn, your reads are such dog shit. Well, okay. We just gotta accept that. Shut up, Nitrous. I'll be nice today. Wow, that landed on our side, huh? My depth perception's all fucked up. He called it. Nice try. The moment you hit it away from yourself, you were fucking doomed because you knew I was sitting there chilling. Probably should have just tried to fly over that shit if you could and try to bump me or something. Damn, couldn't get it. That's free damage. And he hit it up and back to our side. Good lord. Damn, I wanted to pop that and send it there. What? Well, goddamn. What you get for being over aggressive on my side, bitch. Y'all better get it. You're losing ground. Nope. Not even gonna fuck with you. Black area, I ain't gotta worry about it. Good save. It wasn't going in, but good save. That's nasty. Oh, I wanted to hit it off of his car, not pinch it with him. Fuck. Holy shit. I thought he was double touching that. I need to stop thinking and just start playing, man. In their net. He had to hit that there or it would have went in his net. So I don't blame him for that. His teammate shouldn't either. He had to touch that there. It was literally falling in. He went for a far touch to our black area. I mean, that's kind of best case scenario for us. I thought he was coming. He was coming for a bump. I was going to say, I thought he was coming for a bump. And then he turned around and went for that shit like he heard me. Nope. Nope. I'm the one that put it there, but thanks. I was trying to make him panic, but he held that pretty good. What? He panic hits this, right? Yup. Actually, thank you. Because now I can clear it. Nice and high, so he gets a small touch to teammate. Nice. All we need to do is just stop from getting scored on, so... Bump him, he can't follow it, that's yours. I'm gonna let that go. Oh, it was so close. That's in our net. Oh. Shit. What I tried to do there is hit that up off of the ceiling and then make it bounce so nobody could really get a good read on it. And I turned at the last second because I thought I touched the ball sooner, and I ended up hitting it or slinging it over to our net. It's kind of funny. Again? You're going to give them the Season 5 Grand Champion with Nitros, and then I'm going to get a guy that can't even show up on time. Fuck it, dude. 2v3 this bitch. Again, it's normal to see a GC pop out in like Diamond 2, because that's where the ranking usually starts for people. But if they are ranked in when you see them at Diamond 2, then it's kind of like, alright, what the fuck is actually happening? You're a GC, Season 6, or whatever the fuck he was, and you're in Diamond 2 drop shot. Like, what in the actual fuck have you done? Granted, drop shot is starting to get harder and harder, because the people that casual that shit are getting better. But still, you're in GC. I mean, you should be getting them flip resets and them double touches and shit like that. When need be. Rank up and improve. Let's see. Why? What is the shot? Unless you're playing Rumble, you're never going to come across a shot with this much power aimed at goal. I mean, you can try and jump for it and try to read it and try to get a touch. But, like, honestly, might as well just wait for the last second and then bop that bitch in. This is just, oh, it's a cross. We want to go that way. That's still not correct, but... No! It would have been the perfect flip reset shot. I fucked it. Got it. Even touched it up. Went a little bit too early here for the flip reset. So I'm used to the fucking octane. That's a bad launch. Sit her down. Sit her down. That would have been so clean. All the way through. Flip reset to a goal. Again, I guess it's going to be the same people, huh? There must not be a lot of people in Diamond 2 playing on East. Push through. Keep dribbling it. He goes to 50 it. Try to get it down again if we can. Any type of panic or insta touches we want to try to capitalize on. Like that. Nice. Let it fall. Never mind, it's not falling. Let teammate redirect that. Fucking Christ, man. You did this. It was going right where we wanted it. Damn. Tried to go around him. He's going to go for a pinch, so we take our time. He didn't need to panic that. He could have just dribbled that off of any wall and just kept going. You did this to us. He was smart to let that go. Because if he would have pinched it with you, it'd have been in his net, and that's what I was looking for. Accept the damage to avoid net. Or goal. I seen that coming. Help that man out. Jesus Christ. Don't just sit under him. You should be either in front of him or somewhere out around where you can support him when he's fucking up. Hello there. I faked it. It worked out. Whoops. Nope. I hit it over you. It's back to teammate. Clean. I couldn't get there in time. I didn't want to hit it that far because teammate could have scored that. That's clean for a shot. No! Why do you keep cocking teammate shots? It's not nice. All I can do is keep that up. Woo! Oh my god, this is chaos. Yup. 3 points. I said 3 points. Ah! Oh, it was almost in their net. That wasn't the intent, but fuck, was it close. Beautiful. He's awkward. Nope. It's off wall. Somebody score that. Oh, that was our best chance to get a goal there. I'm stuck in a rule 1. Let's see what happens. He was a fool breaking that rule 1. I'm fucked. Bang. Let's go. I mean, I can assist you, but it's gonna be awkward as shit for me. Bounce hard off? Yeah. Oh. 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 I seen that whole thing happening. I was like, they double committed. He's fucking... But that's what I mean by that you're a GC. You shouldn't be in Diamond 2 type shit. You got all of the tools to the kingdom available to you. It don't make sense for you to be playing with Diamond 2 plebes. That was scary. Fucking Christ, all three of them just have to be there. Oh, he fucked up. Oh, we didn't get a pop for that, though. Or a power shot, touch, whatever the fuck you know. Oh, no. Not that way! No! No! Oh, boy. I gotta clear that. Fuck. I'm so bad. It's in our net. Good save. Oh. Oh, teammate, you're the greatest in the world. That's fine. I'll go for this other goal over here. Good block. And I'm going to be a dick here. Almost. There we go. Oh, boy. Yeah. Yeah. You boys shouldn't be wearing your tag and drop shots. All I gotta say. I mean, his name says it all, so that's par for the course for him. But McBilla, I mean, your score's nice and all of that, but that means you have a lot of ball movement and not enough goal scoring. So I guarantee you, in those 900 points, there was an obvious goal shot that he could have scored. Somewhere in there. Same with me. It's going to be too far from me. We'll tap it out gently, give it another touch, and then follow through. This is the power of the Dominus. Control. And there's a goal. Oh, we got the GC on our side this time. Oh, man, this might be a fucking... Oh, boy. This might be bad for that orange team. Oh, poor Nitros. He hit it backwards? How? Nice. Ugh. Ah! The booty. That's like, I'm obviously faking that. Help! Trinity? I'll just touch it up. Oh, I was hoping for a pinch, but he fucking backflipped and caught it. So they're kind of smart on the other team. He's got that. Nice touch. Perfectly where they were blind at. Oh, I hit it up. Thank you. Goodbye. Just, oh, he scored it anyway. What's with all the bad names nowadays? I'm legit bad. Abhorrently bad. Good lord. Have some confidence in yourself. Oh. Damn! Oh, that's my fault. I did that. Sorry, gotta rely on you, teammate. I got fucking hard pressed like a motherfucker. Oh, he was passing to the other guy. You should have seen the other guy. Alright, well, I got 7 whole points. I ain't done shit. But give problems for my teammates. That's fine. That, though, that's not fine. That's a dickhead move. I wasn't even on ball. Oh, we're still there. Damn. He should make that. He didn't have to go for that, but that's fine. Nice. Ooh! Woo! Okay, I can't get too fancy because my teammates are starting to panic. Now would you push it back to him, though? I keep getting bumped by I'm legit bad, and he's really taking me out of my fucking position and fucking me up. I hate getting bumped because it makes me play bad. That's, Nice double touch. Good lord. Oh, he can't read that. Yeah. Round that bump. He's covering goal, so I had to go for that. Good cover. Oh, shit. I tried to keep it towards the wall, and it might have worked, but goddamn, that was risky as fuck. Fair enough. You get harder fucking opponents apparently on Diamond than you do in any other fucking thing, because this shit gets chill as fucking champ. That's crazy. But that was at least somewhat fun than playing regular. Unfortunately, you always gotta leave off with a regular threes match. I'm not even gonna go sifting for a good match. This is going to be the final one of the stream. And that's gonna be the end of that. I don't care if they forfeit right now as soon as the match starts. I'm out. Damn. I see. Nice shot. Great pass. I mean, they fully committed. So if one of them hadn't played their part right, we would have gotten a goal on them. So I can't be too terribly mad when it was an all-for-nothing play like that. Again, they went for an all-or-nothing play, and it didn't work that time. Bank! He went for boost. He's out of play. Even if I don't have or any boost, I did my job and pulled one guy out of position. Oh. No! Oh. Scary. I hate everything that just happened there. God damn it, bro. That was saved. Well. Damn, I was hoping I could fake him. Because I couldn't hit it nowhere but towards my own fucking goal. By how I challenged. Good fucking kookser. That's in. Don't know why fucking teammate was up challenging that. I seen that shit coming that he was gonna get a fucking double touch. I didn't think it was gonna be in our net, though. Too fast. All he needed was just a small touch. This guy just keeps throwing the fucking ball away, bro. Nope. You thought. They got a demo, that's fine. That's why I hit the ball up. That guy is now stuck on our side, and the ball is towards their net. Nope. Score that. Don't oh, it was open! Completely open! Oh, that's the best painful shit. Is when it's completely fucking open and they just don't want to take their time. Gotcha, bitch. Yahtzee. Put it in his net! What are you doing? These open goals, they're waiting on their ball cameras to switch back in front of them instead of just taking the fucking shot, is what's happening there, if you really want to know. Like that. Just go for it. You don't need to see in front of you if you know how to play the game. I couldn't see shit, but I know where I needed to hit the ball and all of that to get that over that guy in. Don't wait for your ball cam to go in front of you. When it's a breakaway play, take your ball cam off. Or just play how you know how to play. That's fucked. Surprised he didn't get a demo on that guy. He must have dodged it. I'm gonna let that sit. No skin off my back. I just gave you free control. Don't you do it. He did it. Close. Don't let him get back to that, brother. Challenge, motherfucker. Challenge. Score that. Nope, he's off. Ah. All of these open nets. Just get the shit in the fucking net. Goodbye. Fuck your boost. He's gonna go low. Mm-hmm. Teammate, you should have been ready on that other side. That's a miss. I got a challenge early as fuck to get around that guy. At least get some sort of 50 out. It's a bump on him. Hopefully it's good enough. There we go. Hey, I'm just beating them at their own fucking game, brother. They decided they wanted to be all that bumping and shit and demoing. So I'm doing what I can do. Because I'm in a fucking Dominus, not an Octane for one. That was kind of disgusting, that bump he got there. We're up by one. Don't pass it to him. Oh, teammate. Fuck it. That's all I did was out bump and fucking out demo them. They tried doing that shit. I just turned it on a little bit harder than they did. We got goals. Not the smoothest win, not the cleanest win, not the most skillful win. Am I happy about it? No. But boy, does it feel good to beat a fucking demo scumbag team that has no skill and what they're trying to do to us. Either way, that's it. We're done here. Move along. Pish pish, posh posh. Nah, in all seriousness, I might throw in some Dead by Daylight sprinkled every once in a while. But besides that, it's probably still going to be Rocket League. I don't know when the next time I'm going to stream because I really am burnt out of this shit. So, either way, thank you anybody stopping by. And as always, supplement your lifestyle. And I will see you next time. Peace.